about the new code of point. It's many things to do it because this code is very hard. It's very hard for the gymnast to have a start value 10, and almost it's impossible. In vault, it's very difficult to have start 10, and if you see in World Championships, many of the gymnasts, the start value was 9.8 or 9.9, and it's very hard. And some of the apparatus, it's still some mistake. And we hope for the next year to be better. It's true. From the many years, and from the Romanian team, the uneven bus was the last event. But we look from the other countries, China or Russia, and the Russian is not very good in floor and vault, and they are good in bars and beam. Or China, they are good in bars. Very, very well in uneven bars, and in beam, but they are not good in vault and in floor. And it is very impossible to have 4 apparatus at the high level. And this is a good question. Why us we are not good in uneven bars, but we are very good in vault, beam, and floor. And we hope from the next year to be the same uneven bars like in other events. So what I said before is many things to do it, and example in bars or in beam, some of the elements, whether they are very difficult, they are not D, they are C, and the same in bars. And I think here is some mistake, because after 4 years in gymnastics, the code of point change. We just, the gymnast and the coach usual with the code, after the few months is changed again. But I think this year for everybody was very hard. Special was a new generation in World Championships, and they don't have more, say, experience, because they don't have more competition. And in the Romanian team was only Andrea, and on the Russian team was Zamolovchikova and Horkina. But they have some experience because they have back a lot of competition. But the other gymnasts, from them was very hard, because in the competition team, and the qualification was the team was 6 gymnasts, competition 5, and the score in the total calcul was 4. But in the final of the team was competition 6 gymnasts, but compete on the event only 3, and 3 score go in the total score. And it was very, very difficult, because they don't have warm-up on the podium. They warm up in the warm-up hall, and they're coming in a gym to compete. And it's very difficult for the gymnasts what don't have a lot of competition, don't have experience on the new code. What is very, very hard to do it the best exercise. Was very difficult. I think, yeah. And also we hope, because after this World Championships in Ghent, the judge thinking to change something, because some elements is not good for difficulty. What I said before, some of elements what they are very difficult, they are not D or E, they are C, and the same change what is very easy to do it is D. And I think here is some mistake. And in floor, do you see in World Championships all the gymnasts do it 4-line acrobatics. nobody only three. And they don't have time for artistic impression because the chord is very hard, and as a gymnast thinking to do it more elements to have the start value 10, and it disappears artistic impression and the movement with the music and this, and the time is very short. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds, and the gymnast have to do it many elements in this time, and she don't have time to do it everything she wanted, and we hope from the next year to have some change. We don't know where event, but I think I'll be some changing for the next year.